to everyone. Today I'm very happy to share with you some thought about one topic I like of music, harmony, is harmony, and some study on it. Well, let's take this famous song, this famous standard of Bossa Nova, very basic and used so much, Blue Bossa. I found the score around in internet. It's as you know, a 16 bar score. It's very basic. I think is one of the first standard one can find and learn in jazz. But this is let's say a tutorial, or is not a tutorial. I'm learning these things with you. It's something very basic, but who wants to learn jazz or study this kind of music, that it's quite complex. I think jazz is complex. Let's say you know jazz is complex. Sometimes you want a method to remember score, to remember things, and I think in music, but in general, in every complex topics needs some way to be simplified as much as possible. One of these is to find some pattern. I have a big problem, but I can split a big problem in little parts, and some parts are repetitive. You can repeat some pattern, and which is the most famous pattern in jazz, the progression 2-5-1. So I will present this score as you can find in internet, but generally you will find it in C minor, but you can find probably in other keys, but I think C minor is one of the most frequent. And let's play with this beautiful program called Mapping Tonal Harmony Pro that helps us to analyze the song. So let's play it a bit and let's see what happens. Okay, what you notice it? First of all, I suggest you to have a try of this program, because I use sometimes to study harmony. It's I think it's very complete, and it can bring you some ideas on composing. The cool thing is you can describe this score with this option, showing the functional analysis. So what the functional behavior of the chord here presented. Let's do it. Very good. You see here we have in some places some 2-5-1 pattern, minor 2-5-1 and major 2-5-1. Let's notice that the song starts in C minor, then modulates at some point to E flat minor, and then modulates again toward C minor. We start with C minor, that functionally is a one chord. The second bar also is C minor. Then we add, we go to F minor, that is subdominant. Then we modulate. Here, the cool thing is this region is subdivided in 3 subregions: the tonal or tonic region, the subdominant and dominant. Here there is a sense of peaceful, you feel at home. Here you add a bit of tension. Here in the dominant region, subregion, you reach the most tension and then you release it. So you can notice while the song is playing, you continuously move clockwise. So you start here, you add a bit of tension, the tension increases, then you release tension and return home. This is a cool thing. I think is one of the pillar of music, the continuously transformation of tension in a peaceful situation. You release tension, as you know, but you have before to give some tension. So I go from the total quiet and stability to something a little more tense, and this is the apex of the tension, the maximum, and then you release. What's a turnaround? In fact, this last bar is used to make the loop repeating. Here you notice, here and here are in a peaceful situation, home. You have to move from home to the maximum tension with G7 flat 9, for example, or anyway some chord giving tension that will release again as the next cycle here. So you can repeat the song continuously. If you didn't add this guy here, you couldn't have a right reason to start it again. And all the song is made obviously using this principle. So you have at a certain point to modulate. You change key, you pass from C minor to E flat minor. That is minor third away, and this is very common, this kind of modulation. And here everything repeats, but this time we have a measure 2 5 1. Here we have a minor 2 5 1. What is a major or minor 2 5 1? You take a scale, a major scale. You take the second degree, that is minor. In the case of major 2 5 1. Next, the fifth degrees, which is a dominant chord that brings you to home. Here it's the same thing, but the second degree, the fifth degree, and the 1 degree is they are all taken from a minor scale, and you know the second degree, the second chord of the minor scale is a half diminished. Here you have D minor half diminished, then you have a 10th chord, a G7 or G7 plus something, notation, to the 1 minor. So in jazz you have continuously pattern of 2 5 1, minor or major. Here, by modulating by a minor third, you have the chance to combine a minor 2 5 1 followed by a major 2 5 1, but let's see here where it is. Yes, here you have to make the 2 5 minor 2 5 1s combine. You have to pass from a D flat major to a D 7 flat 5. It is a half diminished. Why you pass from this chord to this guy? Simply by holding the same chord but shifting by a semitone up the root. And this is a pattern I want to show you. Anytime you modulate from a minor third, you have the possibility to pass from a minor to a major 2 5 1 only if you make this trick. But this trick is very musical because you have a chromatic transition of the root. Let's test it again. Let's listen to the song. Tension. Minor 2 5 1. Now we modulate a minor third. Listen to this here. Now I shift in the root here. And now I can do a major 2 5 1 and a turnaround. Fantastic. So why you have to lose time studying standards? To find patterns. I think it's boring to let's talk clearly. Executing music, read music, is not as good as writing music, I think. In my humble opinion, I want to write my humble music, But believe me, if you spend some time studying these short songs, you will train to look for and find this kind of pattern. You can apply then to your playing, so you won't be stuck in your everyday and same musical idea. You can learn from this, but the important thing is not to keep this kind of score as a whole, but isolate little patterns and reapply to your music. So when you have a minor chord, you are on a minor chord, you can create all these treble by doing this kind of modulation that eventually will bring you again on the one, but you will have something good, something musical. So it's all about to master these little elements, combine them together and make some new fresh music. Hope it was helpful to you. Subscribe to my channel, and if you want can suggest in the comments some others standard to analyze. But remember, always look for patterns. Bye!